So you finally found the perfect house. It's in a great location, great schools, the right size property. It just checks all the boxes and you just love it. But 25 other people love it too. And now you're going into a bidding war. Well, how do we fight these bidding wars? Well, there is one tactic, and that's called an escalation clause. And that's what I'm talking about today. So let's get started. Hey, I'm Jackie Baker, your local realtor with Coldwell Banker Realty, serving the beautiful Bergen County, New Jersey area. Welcome to my channel. I post videos here every week and we talk about all things real estate. So make sure you subscribe and also hit that notification bell so you'll never miss out on a video. Also, if you like what you see today, show us some love and give a thumbs up. Thanks. So for quite some time now, we have been seeing a lot of bidding wars here in northern New Jersey. The market has just been insane, and you can ask anybody and they're going to tell you the same thing. The inventory is low, and whatever's out there, it is going fast, and there are bidding wars over those houses. So I thought today would be a good time to discuss an escalation clause. Now, I know a lot of you don't know what that is, so I thought it would be a good time to share with you what it is and how it can be used to help you be that winning offer. An escalation clause is an addendum that is added to a buyer's offer, and it's basically stating that the buyer is willing to pay X amount of dollars above the highest offer that that seller receives. And it generally includes a ceiling cap so that buyer doesn't pay any more than what they can afford. So let me explain how this whole thing works out, and I'm going to be using numbers here, so stay with me so you can follow along and understand this. So say a house is listed for $500,000 and we see that there's multiple offers coming in. Now, when they come back and ask for your highest and best, you can then put in an escalation clause. So what you can say is, I'm willing to pay $2,500 above the highest offer that was received, with a cap of say $515,000. So now the seller receives 4 different offers. Say if somebody comes in at full asking price, another one comes in at $505,000, another one comes in at $510,000. Now you could submit your offer with your escalation clause, and your offer is automatically going to be at $512,500, $2,500 above the highest offer they received. So there, that pretty much guarantees you would be the winning offer, unless another one sneaks in and offers, say, $517. Then you're out because your cap was at $515. Now, the only time you should be using an escalation clause is when you know there's a multiple offer situation. That listing agent has come back and said the seller has asked for highest and best offers. That's the only time you should be using that. Never go in with your initial offer with an escalation clause, because you're basically showing your hand right off the bat to the seller as to how much you're willing to pay for the house. So you could have a situation where you think there's multiple offers and you want to get in there, and then they're going to see, hey, this person's willing to pay us $515,000. We don't have any other offers. Let's go back to them and say, can you just pay us your highest price that you're willing to pay? So always be careful with that. You don't want to show your hand right from the get-go. When you're presenting your offer with an escalation clause, make sure those intervals are a significant number. Don't just put in, say, oh, I'm willing to pay $1,000 above the highest offer they receive, or $1,500. Make it significant enough, because you never know. Somebody else could be putting in an escalation clause and theirs could be a little bit higher. And if you go in and say $1,000 or $1,500 above the highest offer, you could lose it. And also make sure that that number is significant to the value of the home. Now, here in northern New Jersey, the homes are generally expensive. We all know that. So you want to put an escalation clause at an increment of, I would say, at least $2,500. Even sometimes people could even go up to $5,000 if they find the house is worth that much. So your offer gets accepted with your escalation clause, great. But make sure you ask that seller for proof of the highest offer that you beat out. There is nothing worse than feeling like you were taken advantage of. So one of the things with the escalation clauses is that that seller has to provide proof of that number, the highest number that you beat out. So don't forget to ask for that. So here in New Jersey, escalation clauses are being used. Not as much though. I've seen, it's not a ton. I don't see a lot of them. In my career so far, I've done 2 escalation clauses, and unfortunately they didn't pan out because my client's ceiling cap on her offer was not high enough to beat the highest offer, because that's how crazy this market is right now. But if you found a house you absolutely love and you really want to make every best effort to try and ensure you're going to win it, definitely go for it. There you have it. That's my video about escalation clauses. So remember, there's 3 important things. Number 1, make sure you're submitting an escalation clause only when a seller comes back and says he's asking for best and final offer. So you know for sure there are multiple offers on that property. Number 2, make sure those increment levels are a significant amount. Don't say you're going to offer $1,000 over the highest offer. Start around $2,500 and go a little bit higher. And third, always ask for proof of what the highest offer was that you beat out. You want to make sure that you're not being taken advantage of. Thank you so much for watching today. I am Jackie Baker with Coldwell Banker Realty, and I will see you next time.